RTE May will be here and giving us the latest on the closure of Danske bank accounts.
Kevin is in the kitchen. He's invented a new dish, and it's called macaroni cheese. Is that right, Kev?
It's delicious.
Now, on Friday, we were in Limerick's Return Letters Centre, where I was shown an unusual compass but a checkered past, Maura.
That's. We were commenting on it here in the studio, and it was a rare artifact that I came across.
Well, we thought first that Adrian, who showed me these pieces, thought that they were bullet holes, but I said, no, they look like Olympic circles, and then you can see the Nazi sign up there as well, and it comes from the African part of the war that they were fighting there. Now, very interesting.
Yes, very interesting. I feel like I'm on an episode of Antiques Roadshow or one of these shows right now. Seriously, the Today Show, one of our viewers, a Today Show viewer, Peter Laurent, with a lovely name as well. We have very nice people who watch the show. He was watching, he recognised the compass. He said it's a family heirloom that went missing in the post a couple of years ago. So he got in touch with us, and he's joined us now from our Dublin studio. Hello, Peter.
Hi, Peter.
How are you?
Hello, how are you?
Tell us a little bit about the compass and where it came from and who owned it.
Well, it was belonging to my grandfather, and he was French, but as things went, he actually ended up joining the other side, as you could say it, and it actually comes from the 1936 Olympic Games. Which is it's quite funny in the fact that you guys had it on the program the day of the Sochi opening, so I just thought that was a bit of a coincidence.
Well, we tried to organise that for you, Peter.
Sorry?
We tried to organise that for you.
Oh yeah, I figured that. It's just I should play the Euro Millions, I think. It sounds a bit funny. The stars are funny.
No, but it is really interesting that you were just watching. So your grandfather, he was in the French army, he was in the French Foreign Legion, then he joined the Germans.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just kind of an unusual story, really. He just basically the way things were at the time. He was from Alsace-Lorraine, which is like near the German border.
Yes.
So he spoke German, and when he was quite young, he joined the Foreign Legion because he was kind of just difficulty at home and stuff like that, and he was basically forced out of his house by his own mother, and then he joined the Foreign Legion. So then after when the French lost, then he joined up on the German side then, and he became a bodyguard and all sorts of different things.
Peter, when he was fighting with the Germans, was he fighting in Africa? Because there's an African symbol.
Actually, he was actually fighting in Leningrad, and he went all the way from. He was actually a commando, so he would have been in things like he was trained to be a paratrooper. He went to Yugoslavia, Russia mostly. But he was in the Northern Campaign, and then he was finally in Berlin. So
what an unbelievable life! But how did he get his hands on this compass? Was it given to him, or how did he come by it?
It would have been probably given to him as a kind of like as a bit of a like different things he picked up along the way and stuff like that. So he had lots of different.
We have been talking to the lovely people in on post, and they've actually verified your story. So you're not a fake. No. So and I believe you're going to receive this compass in the next day or two.
Yeah, tomorrow. So yeah, it's just really nice actually, just to get it back. Because basically, I was just sending it over to France to a friend, and he was just going to basically have a look at it there for us there, and just to kind of authenticate, get its authenticity of it, and
it went missing. How long ago did it go missing, Peter? Because you posted this. Obviously, it never arrived, and when posts don't arrive in other countries, it comes back to Limerick.
Yeah, about 4 years ago, nearly.
So and did you try and track it down? I mean, what measures did you take?
Well, the big problem was I didn't really know. I was probably the first parcel I ever sent, and I didn't. The main thing was that I never put my own sender address. So that was the biggest mistake I made. So I sent it uninsured as well. I just didn't think I just thought it would just arrive, because we'd often get parcels from France and stuff like that, and that would be it. But I didn't put my own address on. I actually thought it would have got stolen in France or something. That was the actual.
It's an absolutely great story, Peter. But the fact that you're reunited with this, a family heirloom, is fantastic, and it's all thanks to the guy that he picked up that piece out of every other piece.
I was surprised actually. I was thinking maybe he pocketed it on the way.
Peter Laurent, you wouldn't believe how close I came to taking that piece home with me when we were down in Limerick. But it's no thanks to me. It's huge thanks to the people, Adrian and all the gang down in Limerick there. I think between 40 and 50,000 pieces a week go missing. And
it's amazing.
As we found out, Peter, last week, if you send stuff to Canada without a return address, it comes back straight away. They don't put it on it. They don't put it forward. But say if you're sending stuff to America, Australia, or to Germany, or France in this case, and if it goes missing, everything comes back to Limerick. So that's how we came across it in the piece last week.
Well, listen, we're glad that we can reunite it with you, that we've been in some way the catalyst that has brought the compass back to you. So thanks for getting in touch with us, and good luck with the future.
Thank you, Peter.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Peter Laurent.
That's great.
It's a great story.
I love the fact that people can be reminded.
Well, the fact that we were covering it on the show here, and then Peter's at home watching it saying, hang on, I sent that in the post to someone in France 4 years ago. And it turned up in Limerick.
But it wasn't even just any regular piece of stuff. Like this is irreplaceable stuff, and it's history of their family. And the grandfather sounds like a character.
It was interesting that the grandfather fought and up on the Russian side and part of the Northern campaign when there was an African symbol on the compass itself. So somebody had to give it to him at some stage.
I think we should do a bit more snooping in that.
I think we have to go snoop doggy dog.
Okay, it is time for a reminder of our